All right, so I just watched Venom: The Last Dance. I was about to say "Let There Be Carnage" again. The Last Dance, the third Venom movie, and I gotta say, if I were to watch any of these over again, it'd be the third one, even though they're all wacky. The first I thought would be the best, and it's not. The second is the worst of the three for me. That's just me. First one, the story is okay. The acting is just wacky. Third one, things are just happening, but I just don't care. I like seeing all the symbiotes. That's cool. So there was many moments where I was like, this is kind of dumb, but there was also some touching moments as well. So I'd probably say if I were to watch one of these all over again, it'd be the third one. Plus, it's over. This whole universe is pretty much over anyway. Hopefully, it's over for good. I doubt it, but this is where we're at. So now we're going to check out the honest trailer and the pitch meeting for this. Yes, we're starting with the honest trailer. This is what we're doing. I've noticed that most times if I do the pitch meeting first, you guys leave afterwards, and some of you just skip to the pitch meeting. That's fine. It's whatever. But this is how we're going to do it. For the most part. Sometimes I'll switch it up. But hopefully you guys enjoy these. If you already watched these, cool. But let's watch it together. Let's see what jokes I laugh at, what's funny, and how they kind of rip this movie apart. Because it's still bad, but it had some enjoyable moments. So let me know your ranking in the comments below. Mine would be probably 3-1-2. If I were to kind of, I don't know if that's recency bias. The first one is just, it just doesn't work for me. It feels like a movie in the 2000s. And this one does too. All of them feel like they're back in the 2000s. I'm rambling now. Let's just watch these, see what's the funniest. Let me know your ranking in the comments below. And also which one of these videos is the funniest for you. Honest trailer or pitch meeting. All right, let's get right to it. It's begging for the honest trailer treatment. Yeah, okay.
Before they kill off the Sony universe you knew and loved, or at least knew.
Hope the spiders were worth it, Mom.
Experience the dumbest film to make you cry since whatever fast movie this was from.
You'll always be with me, and you'll always be my brother.
What can I say? I'm a sucker for a goodbye montage.
I won't forget you, buddy.
I'll miss you, you stupid space bug.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. I'm a moron.
Okay.
Venom: The Last Dance. Do you have superhero fatigue? I'm pretty sure Sony does.
We are
Venom!
As they yank Eddie Brock out of the MCU, send him on a road trip.
This is Major Tom to ground control!
This part.
And write it so Venom has to hide himself for plot/budget reasons.
right. You mean you can't come out?
Okay, look, if you're still watching Venom by part 3, it's just to see if they're gonna or not.
Break me, cowboy!
You are an asshole!
Close enough.
Close enough.
Venom is back in blob form, and he still loves to party.
I'm having the time of my life in it!
Eat people's heads.
He sure does. Glad they showed it
and
finally.
leave it to Eddie to poop out the skulls. That's how it works, right? Tom Hardy delivers a performance braver than anything Tom's Holland or Cruise would try.
How does Tom Cruise do this? He doesn't mind like a little bitch.
Because he is not afraid to look disgusting.
He's not wrong. Look at you.
Act ridiculous. Or sound like he's got 2 accents and 1 alien in him at all times.
They love eating brains.
No Tom can compete when it comes to foolery.
I hope you meet a really good alien. Not a bad one. Yeah.
Cower in fear at Null.
That was apparently
a
Andy Serkis,
universe-ending
too.
threat on the scale of Thanos or Galactus. Then wonder what he's doing in a film about hitchhiking cross-country as Eddie tries to make a New York judge drop false charges in San Francisco?
I feel like this was what was the movie? The Unbreakable sequel, Glass, when there was like the whole thing about them trying to get to the tower, the new tower that was being built, and having a final showdown there, and then it doesn't happen. Everything happens still at the hospital. Spoiler if you haven't seen that, but it's been out for a while. This movie does something similar. He's trying to get to New York the whole time. He's in San Francisco, or I guess, was he in Mexico? He was in Mexico at this point, and he's trying to get to New York, and everything still just happens in Las Vegas. So it's like all these little story elements they try to like set up, and this whole movie is just set up for a lot of different things. Overly so, though, not in a good way. And nothing actually comes to fruition with their plan. So, you know, it is what it is.
Go blackmail him. clear my name.
That's not how the courts work.
While Null sends his portal dogs to find the Codex. That's actually a key that's bonded to Venom, but only when he's fully formed or something like
God.
that.
What the hell is a codex?
It's a key that unlocks a cage.
The prison on Clintar.
Oh, sorry, I might have my Codex mumbo jumbo mixed up with Superman's
Surrender the codex.
and
There we
Shang-Chi's
go.
Don't match any artifacts from our codex.
Yeah.
and maybe He-Man.
I call it the Cosmic Key.
The most ridiculous thing is Null thinks he's getting another movie.
You.
No, definitely not.
Well,
No, we won't. In the
No.
end, Venom is all about the friends we made along the way.
Oh my God.
Except Michelle Williams.
No.
Like Mrs. Chen, who
That's
they
right.
thought would be fun to write a dance scene for, then made the whole movie stop for that to happen. Or this
Like,
cartoon
why?
of a hippie family led by Reese Ifans,
So nothing died on that plate, Namaste, man?
who never turns into a lizard. But I'll bet he thinks
No.
Nancy Pelosi does.
There's a doorway in our minds that usually remains
What?
hidden in secret until the time of death.
Then there's Chiwetel Ejiofor and Juno Temple, real actors on a quest to find something interesting about their generic
Real
roles.
actors.
We contain them, you study them. That's how it works.
You see, her twin died from being struck by lightning,
Yeah.
and she ends up getting lightning powers. It's just like poetry,
Yeah.
written in crayons, that she ate.
Kubrick directed the moon landing in a Hollywood studio.
Cool story.
Joining the bug
my
hunt
God.
are more symbiote friends who bond with scientists
Whole
like a
lot.
Wuhan lab Christmas party.
Easy. And nothing happens to the human.
In a film that takes merging with new life forms to hilarious new heights.
I love horses.
Oh God.
For one 5-minute sequence that they
Okay, hold on. First off, so the Codex only shows when he's bonded with Eddie, even though he fully bonded with a horse and was fully transformed. There's no Codex in that scenario. That's why I didn't really understand it. The Codex is only between him and Eddie is because they've been together for so long. Oh, and they've died, or Eddie died, or they died. I can't remember. There was a whole thing there too. Like that's one of the reasons, I guess. But I thought if he transformed or really fully showed himself, regardless, it would show up, and it didn't in this situation. Like, why didn't they just keep on connecting to animals that could help Eddie travel? That would have made more sense.
Love horses.
for one 5-minute sequence
That was pretty
that
funny.
they gave away in the trailers. Then pivots to a metric Tarantino of foot stuff.
Oh my God.
my shoes.
These horses.
Quality support, cushioning.
We're keeping his shoes, by the way.
Best shoes ever.
There you go. Oh, I was waiting for that part. Did they show it?
So see the likely second to last film in Sony's Spider Villain verse before Kraven the Hunter officially rolls it away.
Like a
It did.
in the wind.
And weep that we will never get to learn why Vulture is here.
Has to do with Spider-Man, I think.
First off, Michael Keaton doesn't even know. Apparently, he said, I saw an interview where he said that the filmmakers couldn't even fully explain it to him why he was showing up here. They didn't even really know. So that shows you how dumb that whole end credit scene was, because it made absolutely no sense.
How her web truly connects us all.
The hell are you? I don't know. Come on.
Or a sequel where we successfully bully Jared Leto into saying it's Morbin time.
Release the symbiotes.
Yes, release them all from their contracts. Just take the tax write-off on this one.
Oh my God.
Starring
Just delete the movie.
Can't Hardly Wait, Monster Energy, Fed Lasso, Baron Nato, The Woke Knob, Dr.
Okay.
Christmas Jones.
I am Null, God of the Void.
Oh, like null and void. I get jokes.
I get jokes.
Spider-Man, no face shown.
Sure. Okay. And never did.
You know, I heard in the reality of this movie, Area 51 is being decommissioned.
Washington has finally announced the decommissioning of Area 51. With the decommissioning of Area 51, will the Pentagon finally admit that they've been holding UAP?
Wish there was some way to be sure.
Area 51 will be fully decommissioned by the end of the week.
Don't want anyone
I
watching the
wish.
first movie to be confused.
Area 51. See if we can spot as an alien before they shut the place down forever, you know?
Yeah, this one goes at it. It does. I feel like the pitch meeting is gonna be better. I'm just, I'm not trying to show favorites here, but I thought they would go a little bit harder on this one. I feel like the honest trailer for Let There Be Carnage was pretty good. I'll have to watch it again, but yeah, let's just see. Let's see the pitch meeting and find out.
So, you have a new Venom movie for me?
Don't
Yes,
worry about
sir, I do.
spoilers.
Somehow we made it to 3. We did it!
Somehow.
Yeah. So what are we going to do with that
Somehow.
whole Venom has visited the MCU post-credit scene we did? Nothing. We go back to the Sonyverse and Venom says he hates multiverses. Okay,
That's
well, we
it.
dipped our toes in. That was exciting. Technically, we're part of the MCU now. Technically, we are, so fans
Technically.
can kind of imagine a world where Spider-Man and Venom would have interacted, potentially. That's what people are paying us for, sir. For some reason, yes, they seem to be. So we're going to meet the bad
For
guy
some
of this
reason.
movie, this guy Null, who
my
created the symbiotes, and he's trapped in a
Not
space
really the bad
prison.
guy.
Oh, and what kind of cool stuff's he gonna do with the movie? Nothing really, because he's trapped in a space prison. Right, you
right.
did just say that. But because Venom saved Eddie's life, that created something called a codex, which Null can use to escape from space prison and
Sure.
do evil things,
That's
potentially, because of the codex thing. That's strangely specific. Yeah, I can write whatever I want here, and people have no choice but to accept it. Oh, neat. So in this movie, whenever
Neat.
Eddie and Venom transform
God.
fully, they can be tracked by this scary monster that Null sent after them. So the premise is that we can't really see full-on Venom much in this full-on
That's
Venom
right.
movie. Precisely. I guess that's what people want to see. Anyway, so at the same time, Eddie's on the run
my
because
God.
he's a murder suspect because of the last movie. He's being chased by this military guy, Strickland. Oh, we should get Chiwetel Ejiofor to play the military guy. The guy who played Baron Mordo in Doctor Strange. Yeah, that way people will see him in the trailers and be like, wait, is this all connected multiversally? Yeah, and then when they watch the movie, they'll be like, oh no, it isn't.
is
It's
not.
not that. But by then, we already have their money. Smart. So anyway, after being chased by an alien monster in the
have
military,
their
a bit,
money.
Eddie's
That's
gonna
it.
hitchhike with this family. And what's
my
their
God.
deal? Well, they're kind of weird, and the dad is bringing his family to see Area 51 before it gets shut down. We should get Reese Ifans to play the dad, the guy who played the Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home. That's right. We had Venom in a post-credit scene of that movie. That's right. So why would we? I just explained to you why. Fair enough. Okay, let's trick these suckers.
Okay, first, trick these suckers. First off, we don't see Reese Ifans. We don't see him. We don't see his face. We just hear his voice. We see him in Amazing Spider-Man, but we don't see him, if I'm thinking straight, in No Way Home. Wait, no, we do. Hold on. Crap. Because they did actually, like, cure him, right? So we do see him. Never mind.
Acting like you're about to do something fun and then not doing it is good. Oh, so what else happens? Well, it just so happens that a bunch of symbiotes are
Good.
being kept at
Not
Area
tight.
51.
Okay.
Oh, wow. What are the odds of Eddie accidentally heading that way? I told you, I can write whatever I want. Crazy. So after
I told
spending
you.
kind of a weird amount of
Oh my
time
God.
road tripping with his family, Eddie's going to get dropped off in Vegas. Las
Longer
Vegas.
than it needed to be.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. And who does he run
Las
into there
Vegas.
but Mrs. Chen, the woman who runs the local convenience store near his place in San Francisco? Yeah, finds her at a slot machine at the first casino he walks into.
That's right.
Well, you really can write whatever you want, huh? I sure can, sir. So they're going to completely transform into
can.
Venom so they can do a
my
fun
God.
dance with her, set to ABBA. Oh, do they not know that when they fully transform, it attracts the deadly monster?
know.
No, they know. So why would they do that? Well, at this point in the movie, I want the monster to find them, so they're just going to do it. Fair enough. And the military people
was
are going to
dumb.
show up too and actually split Venom from Eddie and bring them to Area 51. Oh no. And they're going to find out that the only way to destroy the Codex and save the world is if one of them dies. Oh. Kind of seems like a no-brainer that they should sacrifice one of them. No. Everybody's fighting for them both to survive. Even the other symbiotes are going to fight for that. Why? Because Eddie and Venom are the main characters. That makes sense.
That's right.
And there's going to be this big dramatic
That's
scene
right.
where Strickland gets approved to deploy the Six.
Oh my
The
God.
Six, huh? What are they, like symbiote soldiers or something? No, they're just like 6 military
Same
guys who
guys.
die immediately. Oh, okay. But all the symbiotes are going to be released to help fight the
my God.
monster, and they're going to like bond with scientists so they can fight. Didn't we make a big deal in the first movie about it being super rare for a symbiote to find a human host? Hey, shut up.
Yes.
And also there's this
That's
one
right.
scientist named Teddy Payne, and she's going to have this whole backstory with her brother, and they were both struck
doesn't
by lightning
matter.
as kids. Okay. And he wanted to be a scientist, but he died, so
Right.
she became a scientist, and
Yeah.
she has like this big lightning scar on her. Right. And at the climax of the movie, when a symbiote bonds with her, there's going to be some like lightning on her hand. Gotcha. So That's where that whole backstory leads up to. Oh, okay. And what does that add to this? Now that I say it out loud, I don't know, but it's going to be in there. Well, okay then. So then the big bad guy who is incapable of moving is going to send several monsters, and these people had a hard time handling one. Oh man, it's going to be tough to save the day now. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Venom kind of absorbs them all and then walks over to this thing of acid they had kind of out in the open and sacrifices himself. They just had big vats of acid nearby. Yeah, that's how they were destroying things in Area 51 with acid. Yes, that is convenient. Yeah, so now Venom is dead and Eddie is sad, and we're gonna have a nice flashback montage set to the song Memories by Maroon 5. What? And so then we're done. What do you think? Oh, it sounds like a good time. I just feel like maybe we should leave it a bit more open-ended. Isn't this the last one that Tom Hardy's doing? Yeah, but I mean, if this movie does super well, we're gonna feel kinda silly if we don't leave an open door. Okay, well, we can have a post-credit scene where Null kinda shows his face, and it's like, oh, he's still there. Love it. And maybe we show a cockroach that has some symbiote on it. Perfect. All right. Let's hope this one hits a franchise high.
Oh my God. No, it did not. I knew from the jump I was not going to watch this in theaters. Like I knew. I had no plans to. And so, this is where we're at. I watched it on Netflix literally just now before watching these videos at the time of recording this. And I'm glad I did not. I made the right decision. I don't think did I see Let There Be Carnage in theaters? I can't remember. First one I saw and I was very disappointed. And so I was like, I'm not going to be, going to these as quickly as I would a normal superhero film. Even though I hadn't even seen Captain America Brave New World. So I'm kind of falling off. Let's just be honest. I'm falling off. But it's because stuff comes to streaming so fast. Like, why not? But your thoughts, though, in the comments below. This was still good, though. Still fun. Movie, it's all right. But I like it more than the other two. It's a little bit more heartfelt. A little bit more genuine in the feelings between Venom and Eddie. I did like that. So that's my vote for that. So let me know your vote in the comments below, your ranking of the Venom movies. And other than that, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully a good laugh. And I will see you guys, as always, on the next video. Take care.